BlaXit family, BlaXit family, BlaXit family. Hello, 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 hello. BlaXit family. Can you hear me? Can you see me? I'd love to see a little comment just so that I know that you can. Just rush to get here, so I'm sorry I'm a couple minutes late. Hello? What's the time now? Let's have a quick look. Oh, hang on a sec. Um, I'm actually live on BlaXit. Can I call you back? Love you. Bye. Okay, so I hope you can hear me. If you can, would you mind just giving me a quick comment so that I can know that you can see and hear me? Welcome to BlaXit, everybody. This is BlaXit YouTube channel. BlaXit, what does BlaXit mean and who am I? BlaXit is a channel which is, if you like, an extension of the philosophies and the guidance and let's say the doctrines of the Honourable Marcus Garvey. Oh, hi, Amina. I hope that you can come on. We'll try and do a joint live using another platform where we can talk about the banking that we discussed. June Edwards, hey girl, nice to see you're in comfort. Absolutely. And you can see and hear me. Thank you so much. Yeah, I love you all and thank you for joining us today. Welcome, 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 welcome. Today's show is, like I said last week, if you were here last week, and I think some of you were, we were talking about BlaXit messengers, and we were also talking about some land offers that we had as well. But I really want to talk about BlaXit. So anybody that's new, I want to tell you and share with you the philosophy of BlaXit and what BlaXit is, and just a little bit of background about us and why we're here and where we are. But firstly, we're in the Gambia. So we're in beautiful, beautiful Gambia. My Gambian name is Nyancho Kajabi. My name given by my parents is Juliet. So I'm comfortable with either one, obviously. And how did I get to Gambia? Obviously, I wasn't born here. I was born in the UK, and we left the UK and we came to Africa to live. The first time I came to Africa was over 30 years ago, actually. And I loved it so much. I knew that I would not stay in England. I knew that, the alternative was far superior an experience for me. So I knew that I wouldn't be able to do that. Okay, we'll arrange a time, no problem, absolutely. Thank you, Amina. Say hi to Alfonso for me. Give him a big hug. Yeah, your super duo. So, shalom, 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 young lady. You've been here since day Judah one. Yes, you have been. And so to all of, I would like to say to all of the BlaXit veterans, big up yourself, one love, big up yourself, Black Power. Yeah, every time. Yeah, thank you for being here from the beginning. Thank you for being here. Thank you for staying here. Thank you for being here with us. So, yeah, so basically the UK wasn't an ideal situation. As everybody's knowing and experiencing now, especially since the last pandemic, it's not an ideal situation for us. And remember, that was just, like I said, that was just playtime. The real one is coming. And so, we all need to prepare ourselves. I keep saying it and I mean it. Last week, I talked about HOP and about what they're doing and how they're using it as weapons against countries that don't comply. And I'm sure that you heard about the earthquakes that happened in Jamaica this week. So as you can see, so said, so done. That's not my intention, obviously, and that's not my will. But I'm just showing you that, if you don't support the old rainbow flag, as it's now, referred to, or if you don't support certain policies and so on and so forth, and don't toe the line, then it can be used as a weapon against you, particularly for black countries, Haiti and so on, Bahamas. Come on, how many more places are we going to mention? And it's been used for, even though you can't prove it, You know, although in I think in Fukushima they had plasma lights in the sky, which were very questionable sign of evidence. But you know, these are you know, weather weather weapons hot. You know, if you don't believe me, go and look it up. Someone can put it in the comments for us if you want to go and look up HAARP. Yeah, HAARP. Go and have a look, Google it, and put it in the comments so people can go and have a look at it and what it does. Yeah, and how long it's been around for. So, like I said, you know, my heart goes out to anyone that was injured in the earthquakes, and also anyone that, you know, has suffered a loss as a regard to all of the mad and crazy weather and other things that are happening all over the world. So yeah, you know, I just want to say, listen, right now, right here, I'm in Africa. And so, I know, like, I'm laughing, and like, I'm not doing it to say or to. I'm not laughing because I'm laughing because I'm happy I'm here. Okay, I'm just laughing that I'm happy that I made that move. Yeah, I'm so happy that I made that move, and I want you all to be happy too. Why? Because we need to. It's just essential. And what I want to talk about today is the fact that we need to have our own propaganda campaign, because a propaganda campaign has been launched on Africa. Okay. And that's why I want to talk about BlaXit messengers. And everyone here that's in the chat, I want you to become a BlaXit messenger. I want you to send your video to us, and I want you to share the importance of moving to Africa for you. I want you to share also, if you're living on the continent already, what the experience has been like for you and why you would encourage others to do it too. And if you actually live on a continent, I'd like you to share your experience and, you know, why you enjoy being an African. Now, I've also got another message. I want to say condolences, even though it's a very strange condolence, because uh, the people disappeared, quite literally. So a boat that left from Gambia, I think it was 19 days ago now. I might be wrong. It might be 20 days. Um, with 175 people on it, disappeared. I don't know if the boat was lost at sea. I don't know if it was careened by another boat. But there are families in the village that I live in, even the family of the lady that helps me at home, three of her cousins, you know, are lost at sea. So I just want to also say a little bit about people who risk their lives, you know, leaving Africa to go into perilous waters in dangerous situations, to try and go to England or to other countries, especially without documents or proper documents, especially when they're trafficked. Now, you know, human trafficking is a serious situation, and it's happening on a daily basis, because people are saying, okay, so what opportunities do I have? Now, media has made the West look so attractive, so glamorous, so beautiful. All that glitters is gold, and the life there is wonderful. Hey, Professor Sherman, I just saw you. Sorry, everyone, I got distracted. Let me say hello to everybody. June Edwards, Swagwan. Uh, how you doing, girl? Yeah. Yeah, chilly love, chill love what you're doing. Thank you so much, chill love you too. Yeah, love is where it's at right now, and that's what we need. That's what we need. So there is no black color in the rainbow, but the rainbow colors came out of blackness. Word up, Kofi. You know where we're at. You know what I'm talking about too, because you know, a lot of these platforms and most of the media networks, most of the pharmaceutical companies, most of the CDF, CDCs, governments, and so on, are all run by the same cabal. So you understand what I'm saying, don't you? And it's the cabal that's pushing this. Sorry, I'm sweating. That's pushing this agenda, and that you know they want to damage our communities. And why do I say that? Because, it's like, let me put it this way, yeah? Two women or two men, I'm so sorry. Are not going to procreate in that way, not naturally anyway. Yeah. So what they're trying to do is to destroy the family, the structure, the black family, and so we've got to realize this before it's too late. Often enough, we follow trends. That's why I want to talk about propaganda and stuff today. Often enough, we follow trends, and we're the first to either set them or follow them. Yeah, we're either the first to set them or follow them. But there are certain trends that really man and man and black woman and it's not for us. It's not for us. I hear people talk about, oh no, this is historic, and we can have every justification under the sun, but certain things are just not in line with nature. Certain things just aren't in line with nature, and it's just as simple as that. One of the reasons why I didn't want to have my son being raised in the UK is because I didn't want him to think it was okay for him to wear a skirt to school. It just wasn't, the kind of mindset that I wanted. And some of these educational books that are promoting certain alternative lifestyles, it wasn't for me, and I had a choice. So I came to a country, just like other countries in Africa, where it's illegal. So, you have a choice. So, sorry, I'm just going to say hi, message retracted. Hey, Kwame, how are you, my brother? Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. I see some hearts. You can send any kind of, what do you call them, stickers. You can send me some stickers if you like. And please subscribe if you haven't already. Please share as well if you haven't already. And join the so-called Western Hemisphere is so-called haven, but hell. It's true, it's heaven, but hell, sorry. So let's make that crystal clear. Africa is my original kings, as well as my roots and realities 100%. Hotep, my queen. Hotep, yeah. Actually, talking about kings, I want to say very, very special message to someone that I haven't heard from for a very long time. Now, there was someone in the UK, and I'm going to call it out, King. I'm going to call you out, King. Basically, this is someone that I haven't had the pleasure of speaking to for a very long time. But this man, I've got to say, this man, when I was there, he was so inspirational. He was so inspirational. And I want to say hi to his Empress. I'm going to call you Empress S because I don't want to expose your names. But I just want to say that he was so, when she told me that that was her king, that was, her partner, I was like, really? Anyway, so the fact is that this man was so inspirational in so many ways, and he motivated us to really, get into action and use what we had to get what we want. And one of the things that he did was a brilliant boycott. He did a week-long Black Pound campaign. And this went viral all over the UK. And for this week, and I wish it, now it could be extended to our lifetimes, is that we only buy black. And so this campaign was amazing. I don't know if any of you will remember it. I'm going a little bit far back. But this, at the time, the British version was the brainchild, and I'm going back a long time ago, was the brainchild of this king. And he is someone who was, someone who stood his ground. And I respected him for that. If he wasn't pro it, he wasn't pro it. And when it came to protecting our youth, he didn't just talk it. He went out on the street and patrolled to protect our youth from the police. He was an outstanding individual, and he created and innovated a lot of innovations, and one of them I want to bring to you. So I'm just going to keep quiet about it. Hopefully, I can talk to him, or maybe I can get some of his products and put them on the show and talk about them. Because when we meet people who have influence on us and change our lives and give us that fire, and he was, He's one of the people that I met that gave me that fire and inspired us. We used to have serious debates on Facebook, serious debates. So I just want to big him up. And also, Kwame, you're also one of those people. So, like I said, keep the fire burning. Yeah. Amina, keep the fire burning. Chai Love, keep the fire burning. Professor Sherman Fowler, keep the fire burning. Yeah. And Gore, keep the fire burning. Okay. If I've missed anyone, I'm sorry, but keep the fire burning. Yeah, to all of you. Let me go up. There's a couple of people that I've missed their names. I just want to go up to see. Yeah. June, keep the fire burning. And Judah 1, you keep that fire burning. We all got to keep that fire burning because the propaganda against Africa hasn't changed. If you notice, they use deflection, they use all kinds of things. And this media is so controlled, so organized. But so we have to be organized too. And that's why I want BlaXit Messengers. BlaXit Messengers is about you having your voice and adding it to mine. And if someone adds to your voice, then someone adds to that voice. And then it's like a chain reaction. And let's do this around the world. Let's all add our voices. Let's say why we're unhappy living in England, why we're happy in America. Tell me where you're from in the messages, please. Tell me where you're from so I can see where you're from as well. Tell us why, because this is what's important. So many of us, we have the assets and the resources to change everybody's life, to change our lives, and for the better, but we're not working together. And that is where the problem is. All of these other cabals, they work together. All their families, they work together. For us, we prefer to go and create propaganda against one another. So someone might be asking me, okay, well, what do you mean by propaganda? What does it mean? What is it? And what are the negative implications of it? So I've kind of aired something, which I have here, which I'll share with you. My phone's a bit slow, apologies. But we need to do our own. So propaganda, right? What are the strategies, of the propaganda campaign? So let's just use Africa as an example, right? And when I say Africa, I'm not talking about the individual countries. I'm talking about the ideology of Africa that you'll see in your mind when someone brings it up or you see it in the media, for example, right? So, right, what are the strategies of propaganda campaign? Yeah, lying and deception. They use the same thing on Marcus Garvey. We need to exonerate that man. We must all go onto that website and exonerate that man. I've got some surprises coming up for you soon, actually. Okay. I hope you've enjoyed the Badagry Festival. There's more to come because BlaXit was there getting footage. So BlaXit was there at the Badagry festival getting footage. So that's why I've been giving you the tour and all the information leading up to our coverage of the Badagry festival. And also a very super special interview for you as well. So BlaXit family, you get the best here. And, we love you. So we're going to take care of you, okay? So Kofi, I just want to say hello to you too. And to say, keep that fire burning, Keep that fire burning. We have to. We owe it to Mother Africa. We owe it to Father Africa. This is our home. And we have to take care of our home. Everyone's robbing, pillaging, destroying. Yeah? Okay, Judah One said he clearly remembers it. Yeah. So King, big yourself up. I just want to say big up yourself and your Empress and keep that fire burning. Yeah. Don't lose the momentum that we had, because I'm happy to continue it. And you can come onto this platform. I'm happy to continue it. So, keep that fire burning. Yeah, it's our bond. Yeah, peace and love, Jason. So let's keep going. Sorry, I've missed a lot of comments, so I do apologize. I'm so sorry. I got carried away talking. Real, recognize, fake, love, and respect, Queen Juliet. Thank you so much. African Empress, how are you, African Empress? So one, big yourself up, keep that fire burning. Genius, keep that fire burning. Okay, so someone asked about the smear campaign against me. Oh, I kept that fire burning. Then I want you to come back home. Okay, let me tell you something. BlaXit has had a very impactful campaign in terms of encouraging people to repatriate back to Africa. And BlaXit is all about inward investment back to Africa. Now, if your investment is coming into Africa, it's departing from somewhere, isn't it? And so the place where it's departing to, of course, they would engage people to have a propaganda campaign against me and, to try and defile me, to defame me, and, to try. I even had someone just recently, I'm going to be honest with you, you asked, so I'll tell you the truth. I even had someone have the audacity to text me and to tell me that they were going to go onto one of these channels to go and expose lies about me. I told them, you'll just make me more famous. Go ahead. Thank you. Yeah, it's free PR. I've got so fed up of it now. It doesn't even bother me. You can say what you want to say. Everybody's free to say what they want to say. But if it's not true and it's defamous, I can sue you. And it's just as simple as that. So, we've got to so Taji's World of Wonders, trouble, trouble, hostility, almost all the day. Taji's World of Wonders, the UK is trouble place to live, depression, mental health is destroying African immigrants here. Really? Tell me more. I've got Idaho, Netishia, South Africa in the house. South Africa's in the house. Welcome. Yeah. And let's have a look here. Annette Welsh, welcome. How are you? Hi, Julie. Join the live. What's the topic of tonight? It's about propaganda. It's about us reversing the trend. It's about us reversing the trend and becoming BlaXit messengers again. And it's also about coming home. So, every show, every live, I always share landed opportunity to you. So you've got very cheap land to come and live on in a great location. So I'll be having that as well, which is in Brikama. So there are 3 plots in Brikama, which are 20 by 20, okay? And that's 400 square meters, and that's in Brikama to Bokotu, okay? And Brikama is the second largest city in the Gambia. So just so you know, we have those which are specifically reduced in price just for BlaXit subscribers. So a lot of people didn't like us because, they're there in it to make a lot of money in real estate, but we're not. We're about you coming home. So therefore, for us, it's about making it as affordable and as reasonable and helping you as much as possible to make that transition. So that is what our job is. And we specialize in inward investment. And that inward investment is you, is your person. Yeah. It's you bringing your assets. It's you bringing your skills. It's you, bringing your all of your knowledge that you can share, that can help us to build up the infrastructure of Africa, that can help us to become wiser. So, and that exchange, because we come here to learn also. So it's an exchange. That's the beauty of it. I learn things here that I would never ever know about myself, about how to do things, how to be a better person, about languages, about culture, about everything. It's amazing. Anyway, I get so excited. I'm so sorry. Eating foods I never had before, meeting people I never met before. So it's just, oh, wonderful, wonderful. Sorry, I'm just reading some of the comments. Fiona. Yeah, I did, Fiona. I did indeed. But it's like, I just want to say something and I just want to express myself and make it very clear that one of the ladies I knew quite well, actually, and she was actually sick. So I don't want us to, propagandize. This is exactly what I'm saying. Propagandize. If someone died in the UK, you're not going to really jump to conclusions and say it's something unusual because of the country that they passed away in. So we have to stop, demonizing Africa. We have to stop demonizing the countries that we return to. Nothing's going to be perfect anywhere in the world. We got to make the best of it. When I go outside and I see the bananas there, the bananas growing on my bananas, you don't even know. Those little things give me joy. Maybe, it's just me, but, and seeing the pawpaws there, it gives me joy when I see them growing in the soursop on the soursop tree, and I can't wait to eat it. It gives me joy. Yeah. And the corn I planted and so on. So everybody has their pleasure point, I guess. And these are things that give me pleasure. And so, knowing that I can grow what I eat and eat what I grow gives me great pleasure, because I was always fussy, always wondering, so what's in this? I was the kind of person that was in the supermarket, always looking at the hello, my darling. I'll big you up. This is a good friend of mine from the UK. I'm actually live doing a live broadcast. So you call me when I'm doing live. Can I call you back when I'm finished? Will you be around? Yeah, I'm on BlaXit Live. You can join me if you like. You're live. They can hear you, right? Sorry for answering the phone and being rude, but this is a very good friend of mine from the UK, everyone, and I just had to answer this. So can I call you back, dear? Yeah, I will do. Sorry, everyone. I'll talk to you in a bit. He said sorry. All right, my darling. Sorry about that. I just had to answer that phone. You see, this is what I love, is that connectivity. That's my friend. And my friend, he was born in Nigeria, but his family ended up immigrating to the UK. But we still kept in contact. We worked together for years, and we still keep in contact. We still, connect together and see what things we can do together. And I just love it. Love it. Sorry. Italist, big up yourself. One love, Black Xit special to one of the generals. Yeah, one of the generals. So we were talking about propaganda, and I was explaining to you about that. So let me stay on topic, because I get carried away, right? So I was saying, what is the strategies of the propaganda campaign? So we're talking about Africa because what I'm finding is that it's becoming more and more powerful. The West is becoming more and more powerful in their campaign, and it's sleight of hand. The way they're doing it is sleight of hand, and I'll give you some examples very shortly. Okay, so lying and deception can be the basis of many propaganda techniques, including ad hominem arguments, big lie, defamation, door in the face, half truth, name calling, or any other technique that is based on dishonesty and deception. For example, many politicians have been found to frequently stretch or break the truth. Yeah? So I'll read that one more time. What are some of the strategies of a propaganda campaign? Lying and deception. So let's apply that, right? When many people think about Africa, they don't think about the 54 countries that makes up Africa. Yeah. And no, they're separate, different countries with different populations. Nigeria has huge population. Gambia has a very smaller population, and they're all different. But many of our countries, they have commonalities in terms of ethnic grouping. Yeah. And for example, Fulani might be in Nigeria, Fulani could be here in the Gambia. Yeah. So there's that deception of that disunity of Africa. And it's not as disunified as you think. Like Senegal, although Senegal speak France and whatever, French, sorry, and it's a francophone, French, um, uh, let's say a French oppressed nation, because that's what I call it, it's oppression. Yeah, French oppressed nation with a Sefa. They've got family members that are here in the Gambia, and they're all for one family. And so, with similar culture and come from the same ethnic background, it's just the location that's different. So, thank you, Anne. Yeah, I hope it helps. So that's good. I'll try and come and join you next year, Kwame. So that's an example. So, for example, if we only show images, if the media only show images when they can of Africa, and they only show Africa in a bad light, for example, they're doing a news report and they show it by a muddy bank with children that are playing in the water that look unkempt, and they go to the poorest area, yeah, and then they film there, or they go to an actual dump site where they dump their rubbish and they film there without telling you that it's a dump site for rubbish, then that's the perception that they're giving you. They're not going to, for example, we did an interview in the was it Radisson? I can't remember what the name of the hotel is. It might be the Radisson Hotel, something like that, in Nigeria, in Lagos. Was it the Radisson? Sorry, I'm trying to remember the name of the begins with M. Marriott. Aha! I got it. Okay, it was a Marriott hotel in Lagos. And if you ever saw this hotel in Lagos, yeah, and the fact is, whether it's owned by us or not owned by us, whether it's a subsidiary or whether it's not, yeah, this is in Africa. But these images of these beautiful places and beautiful locations somehow, aren't depicted. So when you see the interview in this Marriott hotel, which is in Africa, which is in Lagos, which is in Nigeria, it's not the same as when you see these reporters going and finding a dump and filming their report there, because what they're telling you is that that's the perception of what represents Africa. So subconsciously, they're telling you that Africa is a dump when it's not. So, this is what I'm trying to say. And they'll come in during rainy season, give the impression that rainy season is all when it's not. So this is part of the propaganda, and this is why, wow, everybody's calling me today. Let me just tell them, I'm really sorry, everyone. Very popular. Can I call you back? I'm just doing a live on BlaXit. Hello? Okay, thank you, sweetie. I'll call you back, hon. Do you know what? It's nice to be popular sometimes. I should turn the ringer off, yeah? That would make sense. Actually, the ringer is off. Okay, I'll just ignore calls from now on. Yeah, so I apologize for the interruptions, but I had to take the first call was from my daughter, the professor, and the second call obviously was from my friend from England. I haven't seen for a long time, and then that was from my architect. So I'm really sorry, and I don't know why I'm explaining myself. This transparency thing, I've got to get it under control. So anyway. The basis of the propaganda techniques, yeah. So ad hominem arguments will be like me, for example, saying something about you that isn't true, but I'll create a whole program around it. I can use myself as an example. There was a program that was made about me, about an incident that didn't occur, never occurred, didn't know anything about it. It was news to me. The first time I heard about it is when I saw it on the on YouTube. Someone sent it to me, actually. I didn't actually see it. So when they sent it to me, I said, who did this happen to? I said, me. I said, no, it didn't. I said, no, it didn't. Like, why would it? And so it was just lies, and it was made to put you off of coming to Africa, to make you feel that Africa is not safe. Oh, because if Juliet got hit in her face, yeah, then I'll get hit in my face. It's lies. I wasn't. So I didn't even know what they were talking about. So what I'm trying to say to you is that this is the propaganda that goes on every day. But we can reverse this by sharing about our real experiences that's happening to us in the UK, in England, in America, in Brazil. And we can talk about the real challenges that we face. Because when these people go the back way and 175 people die, the youngest girl was from our village. She was 18. Her name was, I probably shouldn't say. But anyway, but because obviously the bodies haven't been recovered yet. And so, and the boat has just totally disappeared. But they need to know when they go to England what the reality is that they're going to be facing. Because we're not talking, everybody thinks it's perfection. And then when I do say, oh, England's a dump, I face so much backlog and criticism, even from my own people who, some people even dedicated channels to doing a whole propaganda campaign against me because that was my opinion. So I'm going to read some of the comments before I go back into the big lie. So the big lie is going to be about what is your ideology about Africa, okay? Because it's a big lie. It's one big fat lie, and they keep telling it over and over and over again. And then the only time you hear about Africa being good is when they're investing in mines, when they're wanting your money for shares, or when they're coming in to steal again, okay? To rob, pillage, and to do, heinous backdoor deals. Hang on, let's go through some of the comments. Italist, big yourself up. Angle. Okay, fine. Judah one, blessed be one of the generals. I hope it's okay to make myself a t-shirt too. Yes! Represent, put BlaXit general on there, please, I beg. We need to organize ourselves. We need to strategize. And, there's someone very, very special that I want you to meet. And she represents you. She represents me. And, she goes way back to the revolution, of Haiti. And she's someone very special. And she wields a position that is unique. And we can help to make it for ourselves so that the diaspora can become, powerful. 1.5 billion diasporans. Why aren't we united? Why don't we really pull together as diasporans? Can you imagine 1.5 billion people are diasporans? We are the people that were displaced. Yeah, 1.5 billion. Did I say million? Sorry, billion. Let me get it right. 1.5 billion of us. Let that sink in. Can you imagine 1.5 billion of us? Everybody putting in 10 pence, 1 pence, $1. All right, just say $1. I'm not saying that we're all on the same hymn sheet. I'm not even saying that we're all on the same page because some of us bought into the big lie and we'll lie down with anyone outside of our own race. Yeah. And we don't respect ourselves. We don't love ourselves. Yeah. But I'm saying to you, can you imagine if at 1.5 billion diasporans all put in $1? We would have a slush fund of $1.5 billion. It's all about inward investment. Yeah. I moved back home to Gambia and my husband from the US left me for a younger woman. Hey girl. That's a familiar story. Hello. Don't worry about it. Just live your life and be happy. Live your life and be happy because everyone gets their karma. Yeah, everyone gets their karmic justice. So don't worry about it, darling. You deserve better and you will get better. Yeah, life will give you what you deserve. Just be discerning and take your time and take it slow. And be careful. I'll talk a little bit about, when you come to another country and you're going to meet someone and fall in love, just be careful to get to know that person really well. Just like you would if you was anywhere else, okay? Just take your time, baby steps and get to know them and do your vigilance and do your checks because sometimes you can get caught short and some people will want you for what you've got as opposed to who you are. And that happens everywhere in the world. There's opportunists everywhere in the world. So the same vigilance you would apply if you was in the UK or the US, apply the same vigilance when you come to Africa too. Because you don't know someone until you get to know them. And they say you don't know someone until you live with them. Yeah. And even then, do you know them? Like I said, but don't worry, I'm happy. Look at me. Yeah. I'm happier now than I've been before. So don't worry about it. Yeah. You don't be brokenhearted, my darling. Grow strength. Okay. Love yourself first. Love yourself. Spend time with yourself. Grow your strength. Even me, I went through challenges. Everybody knows, very public. Um, Divorce. And we had a very unpublic separation. So people were very surprised to learn that we were divorced. And so there was all of this propaganda, and this was propaganda because when the propaganda came out, we was already divorced. And so they were saying, "Oh, Juliet was cheating. Juliet was doing that. Juliet had done no such thing. I wasn't even with my husband then. Oh, he was my ex-husband. We were already divorced." All this stuff came piping out in like June. I was already divorced. But because we kept it under wraps, no one knew. So they started making all these assumptions. But we'd already gone on and moved on to, our new lives. So it just goes to show that what people don't know, they make up and, make up stories about. So that's an example of a big lie. Yeah, that's one story of a big lie. So I mean, why can't we set up a slush fund? Yeah, the link ups. No, the link ups haven't been happening since like the COVID thing. That's the reason why. Sorry, I'm just answering comments. Sorry, let me just answer comments. And Vic the J. Yeah, we do have untrustworthy leadership, and people can't just come together and start pooling money without exception. It takes time and smaller amounts of investments and energy to find out who's really trustworthy. And that's the thing. That's the thing. No, but you know what it is? When you go to a bank, do you ask them if they're trustworthy? That's the thing. We really have to start to look at ourselves and ask ourselves the big question, the big lie. Of course, we're trustworthy. Look at Tulsa, Oklahoma. How could we have built Tulsa, Oklahoma? How are these African nations running? How are the Caribbean nations running? Do you understand? How are these white nations running? Because when you look at Western nations, you don't ask, are they trustworthy? But yet we ask it of ourselves. Do you understand where I'm coming from? And this is part of the big lie. The big lie is that we cannot trust ourselves when actually we can. It's just putting the structure in place. NatWest Bank. I had such a terrible experience with them. I would never advise any Black person to open an account with that bank. My experience was so bad. It was so bad. And so, this is just an example. But yet we're trying to say we're untrustworthy. And I think $1, if everyone was to put $1, 1.5 billion people was to put $1 into a slush fund, and everybody, had, because now you can use you can use the internet. There are so many things that you can use. There's technology now. There's the Bitcoin, and you don't say, "Oh, can I trust the Bitcoin?" There are ways and means that if we create our own digital currency, we can do this, and then decide on how we're going to revert back to use it in order for our own benefit. I'm not saying that I'm pro digital currency, by the way. Okay. I'm just using that as an example. Yeah. Village Boy 136. Yo, BlaXit family, BlaXit family, BlaXit family. How are you? Yeah. Karma, BlaXit family, and our African family as a whole, we need to be together. And the thing is that you're a computer. Come join me. Yeah. So we should, we should unite, and even on the basis of relationships. Let's just go back there. That what we were just talking about. Where she was saying that she had that terrible experience once she came to Africa. The thing is that in some countries which are Islamic by nature, husbands are allowed to have up to 4 wives, and so sometimes that can be a bit of a culture shock. And of course the temptation is there, for men to want to change it up a little bit and tired of the chicken, want some fish. So it comes with the territory. But so not all men are going to want fish. Some men will stick with their chicken and be loyal and faithful and true. But sometimes that's a hard ask, and there are differences. But there's no it's just all a generalism. There's no set formula. It is just what it is. It's just life. I don't want to generalize and say, oh, this happens here because of this, or that happens there because of that. It doesn't. Everybody's situation is different, and we're all individuals, and we all got our own past, and our own histories, and our own relationships. Of course, for me, the most important thing is that you look after your children. You look after your children. That's it. You do look after your children. Even if your relationship parts, you should look after your children, and that's the one thing that I think burns me the most, is when you get divorced and they abandon their children. They're not seeing them. They're not paying any child support. They're not paying any school fees. They act as though they haven't even had a child, and then yet they were so Pan-Africanist before. That is the one thing that hurts me, I admit. And I'm just spouting off, I guess, but I'm just saying that is the one thing that when I see that hurts me, because I don't think that children should be impacted by the decisions of their parents. But that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. Yeah. And of course, I'm having my own personal experience at the moment, which I'm finding very interesting to live through, because I never thought in my wildest days that I would be living through that kind of experience. So far as our son, who's now 12, is concerned. So anyway, so we were talking about the big lie. So the big lie would give the impression that that Africa is poor. Yeah, it's not. Okay, because everyone's taking everything from Africa. So how can Africa be poor? Africa produces how many diamonds? Cobalt. Yeah, everything, nearly everything comes from California. One of the richest and most valuable minerals on the face of the planet comes from where? Nigeria. So, this is the thing. Mac is GMAC. In Islam, the man takes the children after the divorce. So there you have it. There you have it. So I obviously wasn't born in that. So all I can say is yeah, every culture and religion is different. So do the wife have to pay the alimony, and do the wife have to pay the child support? I don't know if you know, GMAC, if you could let me know how that works. I'm just curious. So anyway, so the big lie would be poor. Africa's not poor, far from poor. And if Africa was poor, why do you think that they would have all those South Africans? Why do you think there'd be apartheid? Hmm? Why would apartheid even be needed? Why would we have to fight for the freedom of South Africa? Why? Because of the minerals, because of the resources. Why do you think they colonized Africa? You think they colonized Africa because nothing's here? They colonized Africa because they want everything that's here. Okay, sorry. I'm just trying to read comments at the same time. Yeah? This is the place. This is our land, as you said, Kwame. This is the land of our ancestors. So, defamation. Defamation is, when you intentionally tell a lie. So, say, for example, I'll use myself as an example. Yeah? Juliet, Juliet was cheating on her husband. Obvious lie. Definitely didn't do it. Never would. That's not my person. That's not my person. I'm not that kind of person. So I would never do that. But if you happen upon that information and you think that it's true, it's definitely defamation. Yeah. And how would you prove it? That's another thing. Is that defamation is challenging, because when you do it, you can also be taken to court and sued for it. So, that was an ultimate lie. And all that information came out after I was divorced. So I didn't know where they got that information from in the first place, but it wasn't true. It definitely was a lie, total lie. Yeah. All these things about Juliet done this, Juliet scammed, Juliet done this. No, lies. But why they do it? Because the power is to depower me, to defame me, so that you won't believe in anything that I'm saying. So when I say to you, Africa's wonderful, come back home. Oh no, she's a liar. Oh no, she's a cheat. Oh no, she's a scammer. That's what they'll be saying. And it's not true. It's not true. It's not true. Yeah. But they don't want you to believe, because they don't want you to have the opportunity to see, because they don't want you to take your money out of their countries. So they employ people that look just like me to have a smear campaign against me. a propaganda campaign against me. And, they'll make it as long and hard as they can. But don't believe the hype, fam. Yeah? Don't believe the hype. Yeah? Then there's also door in the face. And, door in the face is like when you face the truth, the door shut in your face. So I say to you, no, what did they say about me? No, that's not true. No, look, I can show you all the papers. That's not true. Door in your face. They won't come and say, oh, yeah, you know what? Actually, I made that video about you, Juliet, but it's actually not true. And I can reveal that this is the truth. And, no, they won't. They'll put a door in your face and they won't come out and tell the truth. They'd rather keep with the lie. And that's what happened to me. When I saw my own brothers and sisters, going online just to use BlaXit just to get views. And one person even abused my own name of my channel. Like, what are you doing? How low can you go? Have you got no creative bone in your body? I saw people using BlaXit and then, trying to say that BlaXit was about, it's not a situation, it's about black and white together. Listen, BlaXit is about Africa for Africa's home and abroad. Yeah? And I mean black Africans, okay? And you're allowed to have positive discrimination in any way. Don't let them propaganda you and say that you can't promote your own. You cannot say good things about yourself, because we can every single day. Kings and queens. Yeah? We should big ourselves up every single day. Look how many things we invent. Don't let this propaganda come. That's why I said, come and do your BlaXit Messenger videos. I'm going to explain to you how it goes because I ran out of time. I didn't realize I've been going on so long. But the name calling. So, cheat, scammer, liar, anything to defame your person, criminal, even though you've never had a criminal record in your life and you never committed a crime in your life, but they're calling you a criminal. And they know it's a lie, but they know that if they say it frequently enough that you will believe it. Do you understand? They're not going to say, oh, Juliet, who studied law. No, they're not going to tell you that. They're not going to say Juliet, who went to university and studied business. No, they're not going to tell you that. They're not going to say Juliet, who won so many awards. No, they're not going to tell you that. Juliet, who's been fighting for reparations and justice since she was 9 years old, and by the age of 16 was on stage with Benjamin Zephaniah. No, they're not going to tell you that. They're not going to tell you, oh no, the same Juliet that was on Channel 4 fighting for reparations in the news. They're not going to tell you that. The same Juliet that was on, RT News on I forgot what it's called, right? RT, Russia Today News, right? They're not going to tell you that. The same Juliet that was on BBC fighting. They're not going to tell you that. They're not going to say the same Juliet that got the N-word taken out of the dictionary in 1999 and 2000. Who campaigned to have the N-word taken out of the dictionary. They're not going to tell you that. Yeah? And this is what they're doing to Africa, smear campaign in Africa to stop you all from coming. Don't listen to them. I'm telling you, something's coming in December 2025. Yeah? And I'm telling you, it's going to be live. This one is going to hold no prisoners. This control is going to be so severe, it's going to make the other one look like a walk in the park. So if you do not get ready now, even if they change the date, the fate is going to be the same. So if you do not get ready now, yeah, we will be living under their control. We cannot be living under their control. We need to be free. We need to be free. That's what I'm saying to you. You need to be free. And being in Africa, you're free, okay? It's a whole different set of controls. Yes, you have a government here. Yes, you have rules and regulations here. Yes, you have police here. And I get it, of course. And you obey and you follow and you comply and you be a good, modicum citizen as you should be. But it's not under their control in the same way. Okay? Because you know what? There's nothing like having your own dominion. Okay? When you have your own land, you have your own dominion. Talking about land, let me tell you about the karma. Please If you are interested, get in contact with me, info@blaxithome.com. Info@blaxithome.com, because they're not going to stay very long. It's only 3 plots and I've been holding on to them. Okay, so it's info@blaxithome.com. Yeah, there's also a lot of land in Gunjur as well that is becoming available, and that is a coastal town. So if you're interested in land that's not too far from the sea, then let me know as well. That's info@blaxithome.com, because when you got your land, you got something to come home to. Okay, you got something to come home to. You got somewhere to go, and you need an alternative space. Okay, sorry. I'm going to read some of the comments because I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm just going to go up a bit. I've missed loads of them. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Gina gets so passionate. Fiona, it's true. Acorn City is not real and people lost their money. I'm so sorry about that. I didn't know. Um, Diligence before investing. I agree. I think that like I said, I do believe that you should do it, and reinvestment into Africa is essential. White people are investing every single day. It doesn't mean they don't do their due diligence. No, it's not that you shouldn't either. For example, in Busher there was 565 plots. It's the biggest settlement here for diasporans in the Gambia. Do you understand? And so people got their lands. So what I'm trying to say to you is that, you know, I understand that, we have a lot of mistrust because that was inbred in us because of what they did to us during slavery. But it doesn't mean that we have to continue the legacy. We do not have to consider the legacy of distrust. We have to learn to trust each other. Look at all the things that have happened to me, but I'm still here. Look at all the things they said about me, but I'm still here. Look how many people have tried to destroy me, but I'm still here. Yeah. Why? Because we've got to love each other more. Love has to be the power and the fuel. Yeah. Not hatred, not crabs in a barrel, but understanding that there's more to life than destroying each other. Because that's what they want. And we can't give them what they want. You know? So let me just go. Um, so GMAC came back to me. No, the husband takes care of his children after the divorce. She doesn't pay alimony or support. Wow, very different. You learn something new every day. Judah one, tell them about Woden Maya, and they will see the beauty of Africa. Well, it was Woden Maya. I mean, if you know that my first interview on Woden Maya was England is a dump. And if you watch Woden Maya, he goes up and down Africa, shows them changing the narrative of Africa. I love Woden Maya so much. Um, Kwame, how bloody stupid and slanderous to make those remarks. Yeah, absolutely. But people don't care. They're there, and some people are paid to do it. Some people are paid to do it. They're agents that sit there and type comments and that like bots and try to defame you and destroy you. And at the end of the day, we're still here. We're still here. I could tell you some information about some of the experiences that I've had, and let's just say threats from the known agencies, to intimidate me, to make me be quiet, and I'm still here. I'm still here because it's important that that there's a facility to help to take you home. That Marcus Garvey had the Black Star liner, you know, and then I wish I had an aeroplane that I could have going to America and going to England, like a chartered flight, like a wet transfer that could come and collect you and take you home. Yeah, like once a month we just fill the plane with people that want to come home. Yeah, and everybody just we all share the fare, share the fuel, share the responsibilities of that flight, and we all come home. That would be a wonderful dream. Could you imagine BlaXit on the plane and everybody going to Heathrow or going to JFK or wherever and getting on that plane? Yeah? Knowing that you're going to come home. You know that you got your land, you come to build, you plan to grow, and we all work together. That'd just be amazing. Yeah. And sorry, I'm finding it hard. This is MS Intense 6845. That was so sad. I heard about those poor ladies passing away. Yeah. I don't think it was mysterious. This is what I'm trying to explain to you because this is what I'm trying to say about propaganda. This is what I'm trying to say about propaganda. You don't know because you're not on the ground. I'm not here to sit down and gossip monger or slander anyone. But certain people were ill. And, when you're ill, you pass away. Yeah. So, but some people are dramatizing people's illness. Yeah. I personally don't do that for views. I'm sorry. I'll just tell you it like it is. But one of the people I knew very well, persons I knew very well, and I knew that she was sick. Um, we nominate you, Juliet. Oh, how wonderful! Thank you so much. Oh, dear. Um, Sorry about this. The writing's really small, so it takes me a little bit. I should get my glasses on, shouldn't I? Mr. Junior Gill, GMAC could picking you up. Um, with time, all this will be forgotten. People have nothing better to do. Keep up the good work and still listening. Thank you so much. Um, wow, there's so many comments. I'm really sorry. It's going to take me a long time to go through them all, but I just want to say thank you to everybody that has written me a comment here. Um, wow. So, can I share your comment, please, Professor? I do love this man so much. He's so inspiring, and his poetry is off the hook. In fact, I might go and feature one of his poems every time I do a live. I'll ask his permission. Yeah, he even wrote a poem about BlaXit. So, Professor said that his house in Bussorah is nearing the roofing stage. I'm so happy. I'm so happy for you. Honestly, you don't even know. There's nothing that makes me happier than knowing that you're going to be rent free, mortgage free. Your life is going to be so happy. And you can grow your food, you can put your swimming pool, you can do whatever you like. Like, I'm thinking, okay, it's about money. It's not. I've seen, there's some people here that are diasporans that came together from meeting here, got together, and they've made a whole block of apartments and shops, and they met here, did it. So it's all about working together and having a professional approach to business and seeing it as a business development, and using that as a formula, using that as the format. Yeah, that's what's really, really important. So I'd also like to thank Maria for the donation as well. She gave us a £10 donation, which I will be sending across. So thank you so much for that. We really appreciate it. Lonnie Redwood, what's coming up in 2025? The next pandemic. But this one, the last one was a practice run. This is the real deal. Okay, that's what I've heard. That's the date I was given anyway. I can't give specific dates, but let's just say that's what they're planning. Okay. That's why I'm warning you and giving you advance notice. I was told in advance, and I was actually warned not to say anything, but I'm saying it because I want you to be ready. Taking a risk, but you know what? So, at the end of the day, you've got to be ready. Antonio Mace, yeah. Let's have a look. Okay, so Professor Sherman Fowler said Juliet hooked me up with a 40 by 40 square meter plot that I'm developing. That's amazing. And yeah, he really is. He really is. And so many other people are too, actually. So many other people are too. And I'm so proud of you, all of you that are developing and doing your stuff in Bussorah. I'm so proud of you. Yeah. So yeah, oh, that powerful dream you had about the ancestors is amazing and profound impact on bonds online. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you, Kwame. Yeah, that's so sweet. And Professor Sherman, I'd love for you to join me on a live and share your story because it's phenomenal. Okay, what you've achieved and even your personal goals are phenomenal. So I'd love for you to join me on a live. I've got a series of guests that I will be inviting to join me via Zoom on a live that I want to bring to you, BlaXit, and they're phenomenal. Okay, they really are life changing. So yeah, I'm so excited. That's why I keep smiling. I've got so many lovely surprises for you. But let's just talk about BlaXit messages. I talked a bit about propaganda, saying that we need to change the narrative, and we can do this to stop people from losing their lives, because people are going thinking that they're going to get this great life in Europe, they're going to get this great life, but we're there and we're suffering, yeah, for different reasons. But they don't know because we're not saying it. So the more we say it and the more we put it out there, the more people will know. All it takes is one video share by WhatsApp to someone who could possibly, be losing their life going on a boat. If we tell them no, the reality is when you land there, if you get caught, you might get caught by immigration. If you get caught by, then you go in a detention center. And we told them the truth about what happens in detention centers and the reality, that if you don't have a national insurance number, if you don't have this or that, if not, you get trafficked into the sex industries and then you're used as a prostitute, we need to be honest. We need to be honest. We need to tell the truth. Thank you for the rose, Amy. Yeah, we need to tell the truth. Yeah. Yeah, I know she did, Fiona. She did. And the thing is that I was actually really upset at that as well, because my birthday is in March. My birthday is in March, and I was already separated, and we were already living separate lives. So for people to go on and then talk about your personal business like that, like, why don't you talk about your own business? You understand? Because certain people were doing their own nastiness, but they weren't talking about it. And I never talked about it because I'm not that kind of person. But it shows you the kind of person that is. Look at a person by their deeds and what they do and what they say. Why would you go onto a channel to talk about someone else's personal life? That's got nothing, absolutely nothing to do with you. Like, what do you gain from doing that? Me personally, I don't go into someone else's house, when if I had an issue, and then go and date that person's, although you're separated, date that person's husband. It's not morally right for me, And then on top of that, go and and then go and create a facade and lies, because it's got nothing to do with you. It's got absolutely nothing to do with you. Do you see what I mean? And the thing is that I just think that people's double standards and hypocrisy and the level of life is just too much. The internet used to be about the information. Now it's like the age of defamation and misinformation. So we got to put things straight. And for that woman, can you imagine, you put someone up, out of the goodness of your heart, and then they do that? What kind of person is that? What kind of a person is that? Ask yourself that. And I hope that people do question and ask, rather than watch and listen to, gossip and hearsay. Because the fact of the matter is that, how would you even know? Do you see what I mean? How could you even know? So it doesn't matter. And, for me, I don't like suppose that anybody's doing anything. It's like, where's your mind at? Where's your mind at? You know, your mind has to be in the gutter. Not everybody's like that. You know how many people are we go and we chill and sit and talk and reason about Pan Africanism till the morning time? Why would your mind go into the gutter? Yeah, it's because that's what you would be doing for yourself. Yeah, but not everybody's like you, thankfully. Yeah, some of us have morals and values. So just answering you there, yeah, a lot of lies were told. A lot of lies were told because my birthday, you know, is in March, and I was separated. I was divorced in May. You understand? So that's why I said people have got to stop with their gutterish minds. We were already in court. We're already in court. I don't have to share this, but I just want to share that, that we'd already registered for divorce. So, that's what I'm saying. People are by the by talking their rubbish, talking their absolute rubbish. Um, right, listen, I'm going to now tell you how to become BlaXit messengers, because I'd love for you all to be BlaXit messengers. Yeah. And yeah, exactly. Junior said it well. Mr. Junior Gill, people have agendas and want to grow their page. And the best way to do this is by slandering others. Can't say it better than that. I cannot say it better than that. You know, like I said, I'm very proud of the fact that our interview with Dr. Julia Scarvey got 82,000 views. This is the kind of marketing and sharing of information that I want. Yeah, not rubbish from channels with less than 3,000 subscribers. You understand it? We worked hard to get to 58,000 subscribers. And you know what? I want us to have more. Is it 59? Sorry. I don't even know. It's not good, is it? Whatever subscribers we want more. So please subscribe and please share the channel and let everybody know. Yeah. So let's talk about BlaXit messengers. Now, all you need is a phone, which you use this way up. Okay. And of course, you put it on video to record as you would normally. You have this icon here. You slide it across. There you go. You're ready for BlaXit messengers. You turn it this way, as you can see. Turn it that way. That will show you the screen. Show me there. Yeah. And then you make a 10-minute video. Yeah. Try and keep it as still as possible. Just explaining, why, just like this. Yeah. Explaining why you'd like to come to Africa to live, and also explaining, what inspired you and the reasons why, and talk about what life is like where you are. Yeah. So that's what we want. Okay. So 10-minute videos. You can send it to info. You can send it by WeTransfer or any of the transfer applications to info@blaxithome.com. Info@blaxithome.com. Okay. Yeah, info@blaxithome.com. So, like I said, no, you're right, Kwame. I don't have to share my personal business to anyone. But you know what? It's in the public arena. It's in the public domain. Because misinformation is in the public domain. So, I'd like to correct it because it's important that people, understand the truth. Yeah. And so I just want people to know that, people have been spreading misinformation for a long time about me. And it's really quite sad that they've got nothing better to do with their time. So, because, I even, like I said, I have text threats and stuff like that. Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. Find something better to do with your time. Yeah. Move on, keep it moving, invest in yourself, love yourself. Stop interfering in other people's lives. That's got nothing to do with you. Please, that's all I'm saying. It's sad, it's tired, and it's just, it doesn't look good on you. It doesn't look good on you at all. It just makes you look stupid, to be honest with you. Because especially when it's not true, it just makes you look stupid. So yeah, so that's what I want you to do. So we're going to change the way that people are perceiving Africa. We're going to change the way people are perceiving the West. And the only way we can do that is if you start to send your videos through. Okay. And if you don't want to have your voice, you can, focus on showing us around the area where you live, show us the good points or the bad points even. Yeah. Because they always like to show the bad points of Africa, but they never like to show the bad points in Europe or the bad points in America. Yeah. If you don't want to show your face, you can go around and show us why you want to leave and, be behind the camera, be a voice. You don't have to necessarily have your face there, but it's content that we're after. Okay. And remember, all BlaXit messengers will be put into a draw, and then you'll be given the opportunity to come to Gambia. We will pay your fare. Okay, so this offer is open for 1 year. Okay, for 1 year. So it's 1 year's worth of content we're looking to put together. So please, do not hesitate to get in contact if you have any questions or any queries. info@blaxithome.com. It's info@blaxithome.com. TKA Young, glad to see you again, Ma'am Julia. I've been a long vacation from this page, pursuing other Pan-African continent, that keep up the good work pursuing mindset shift in Africa. Thank you. We really do. I don't want any more young people to go and die, okay, or get lost at sea, because we have a responsibility to them to tell them the truth. So let's stop all this propaganda, and let's tell the truth. Let's make Africa alluring and exciting, yeah, and enticing. And let's show them what our real experiences are in the UK and what our real experiences are in America too. So please subscribe to the page if you haven't already. Please subscribe. We need as many subscribers as possible so we can get the message out there. I need as many thumbs up as possible. Yeah, give me a few more thumbs up before you go, please. Yeah, I'd really appreciate it. Yeah, and I'd appreciate everybody that has supported the campaign as well. And so, yeah, please, BlaXit Messengers is a must. So this program is all about, changing the propaganda. So I just want to say thank you so much. We got to love each other more, yeah, and we got to remember that we're all connected. As one we are many, as many we are one. So let's stand united and realize we have one destiny, one unity, yeah, and one love. And I'm computer, yeah. I'm sending you some love too. And if you want to call me via WhatsApp, my other number is broken. The screen has cracked, and I'm finding how to replace it. So my number is +220 329 1284. So if you want to call me, yeah, and have a chat, my number is +220 329 1284. Okay. So, let's keep, like TK says, TKAM, so let's start building capacity, believe in ourselves, work collectively, build the Africa that we want and the Africa that we will command and respect from the rest of the world. And that's greetings from Cameroon. I want to say a big hello also to Victor Williams and also to Marquis Milton from Unity and United, and Unity is strength. Absolutely. So thank you. I've been on here for a little bit, so I'm going to say goodbye. And, sell well wishes also to our teammate and to all of the BlaXit family team members all over the world who either are correspondents with us, journalists with us, and have helped us to make content like Hayford and others. And also a special well wishes to Perspective, to Canada Briggs, to Katie, to Get Well Soon as well. And remember, if you'd like to donate to his campaign, just to get in contact with me, info@blaxithome.com. Yeah. So that's great. So listen, I'm going to love you and leave you. Okay. So I love you all and take care till next week.